commentary team for that is Odie. Oh yeah, Odie Pixel and Fogged.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yes, OG versus Secret should be an exciting series. Fogged, we just had the drafts. What are you looking forward to seeing from this one?
I mean, just a lot of battling is what I'm looking forward to, which I think we're definitely going to get, especially with this Drow Ranger pick in the mid lane. As they said, Topson's been picking it quite a lot. Last few days that he's played it, hasn't been doing the great the last few days, but 2 or 3 days ago, he did win like 6-something games in a row. So
well, there we
he's
go.
had some good showings in particular matchups, but they did counter pick it quite heavily. Like the first opener, they see that Drow, they pick the Mars, but that does mean that it gives Ana this setup toward the end to be able to get a Juggernaut. When you look at the overall like heroes that can actually kill him, he's not under too many threats of a lot of these stuns. He can actually play around them pretty well with that spin. It's only really like if they can get a full combination of the Mars spear plus like an arrow. Besides that, he should be able to get most spins off and live. There is a lot of control coming out from Secret that I'm seeing though, right? Stuns, silences aplenty, which is something that does hurt Brewmaster a lot. Same thing for Darkseer, which is the big team fight that OG has.
Sure. You know, that Jug, it seems to be a hero that some of the other teams in Europe are kind of not going for. You know, they're sort of avoiding, even if it's left to the draft. Why do you think some teams are sort of strayed away from it, and why is it still fine for and good for OG here as the last pick?
Well, Ana just really likes to play it, and I think it fits their skirmish style. It's just a hero that can play fast, a hero that can constantly be just looking to show up for the fights, and they love Healing Ward. The way that they can play with the resets, I think that's just like the definition of OG, just resetting fights, constantly looking for the chaos of that reset. As a smoke level 1, Secret, I'm gonna start with some blood. They've got the Mirana positioned on the bottom with the arrow too, so OG, gotta be a little careful. Blood right to secure, arrow as well. Looks like it should be 3 runes for the side of Secret because of that.
Okay, so overall, you do expect that when it comes to the lanes, Secret should have a slight edge in the matchups.
Yes, I'm not sure about the mid matchup. I still think Nisha should do fine because the Flame Guard, you just push the lane in constantly. Drow should probably still just free farm too, but I don't know how much pressure you're going to be able to place. Bottom lane, this looks a little tough for Darkseer and Clockwork. Just one of the better just spam lanes, right? Grimstroke and Bloodseeker just able to constantly push the lane out. You also have the heal that's going to be coming in as Bloodseeker versus Darkseer. But I'm going to be watching mid. You know, this is not a matchup we get to see too often, so let's see if the highest physical damage from a Drow is able to take advantage of some slight low armor.
Yeah, we see straight away with the level 1 multi-shot, just using it immediately to make sure that the wave doesn't get pushed in upon him.
Yeah, I like that. On top, it looks like we did see an arrow, perhaps immediately onto the range creep, and just already some manipulation up here of the actual lane equilibrium. And blocks aplenty. Looking at these sentry wards, top is the one that's more focused on from both sides. Noto will find the D ward, he'll have a pull open to himself shortly. No. But they're trying to keep this positioning here of the lane. Secret, they want to be able to pull it back, because when you're playing versus Jug, you can get that extra little bit of harass. And he doesn't have a great support next to him, right? He has a Brewmaster, which Noto could suffer quite a bit here. Orb of Venom, pretty nice to be able to push away Yapzor at least, because he does have just level 1 arrow. But yeah, bottom I think is going to be the one that is going to be really tough, especially for Seb. This is just a straight up counter pick in the lane for these two.
Sure, but I imagine we should see down in this bottom lane eventually, or Saksa or Seb starting to just grab the creeps from behind the tower and avoiding playing the lane straight into the heroes of Secret at all.
It gets better as you get more levels, because you can actually force the lane in almost as hard as a Bloodseeker once you get like level 2 Ion Shell, but we have seen some troubles at least from some of these double melees.
Yeah, Yapzor more than happy to trade hits back at Noto.
Oh yeah. Starting items too, the double Fairy Fire. He reblocks before the 2-minute. He's going to take out the Sentry as well, prioritizing that lane positioning as we were mentioning before for Zai. And Ana's struggling already. Just only up to the 5 last hits to start off here. Bottom should be able to net themselves a kill, but just pushing them away there.
They get in range for the Inks well stunned, but not quite in time to hold them in the blood bright. Mato will now start to run out of mana, but he's got the stick charges, so still chances to have that backup blood right at the ready in case Saksa and Seb get aggressive onto him.
Yeah, and he's got boots immediately on that Bloodseeker down bottom. He knows the only way he dies if he gets ran down with double Ion Shell. Zai, a little bit of trouble. He's always got the TP if they go too hard on him, but doesn't actually use it. Ana's taking a lot of damage to himself.
The right clicks are adding up. Ana's got to be careful. Yapzor jumping in. The arrow's off the mark, but with the leaps he may just have. He does. Yapzor gets the first blood here as Ana just getting a little too aggressive with that level 1 spin when they've got the ability on their lane to just turn and right click you.
Nice vacuum.
It's going to be risky. Bottom lane, Matu. He's out just in time. They've got a salve good to go as well, so Matu will be kept safe.
Only 6 last hits on Seb. He is continuing to suffer down here at the start. And mid, though, we're seeing a lot of denies being built up. So that is the beauty. He's just going to probably build what? Just straight damage. He goes for just into a band of Elven Skin, into early treads to be able to get a lane advantage. Nisha still also getting some last hits, but yeah, Drow matchup. Drow favored.
Yeah, at the moment, pretty much the only lane that OG's having that edge on. The side lane is definitely a tough start here for OG. So especially that top, just 9 CS at the moment on Ana.
Saksa's actually just going to suicide the tower, too. Down bottom, tier 2. Gives his life. Just to reset the lane, just so he can refill. Probably bring the bottle, I think, for Seb. But does he actually even have it done yet on Seb? He doesn't just yet, so... Either way, he wants to be able to make his way back down healthy so that he can actually try to pressure the Bloodseeker. Because they're really, like, look at bottom. It's 6 last hits. He's getting almost nothing.
Yeah, is that sort of standard here, you know, for Seb to very early on finish out the full wand in the lane?
Just because they're spamming so much, right?
Okay.
This is probably the most spamming lane that he's going to play against. Like, Bloodseeker's always going to be forcing lane out. Same thing for Grimstroke, so you can see why. But yeah, finishing it up is definitely a bit interesting. Topson 10 denies already, 22-10. So he's going to be the big one to watch. No side lane's really stubborn.
Topson's going to have to do quite a bit in the mid game with the way the top lane and bottom lane are going. This could help clean things up a little bit for them. Stick charging both, and Zai, oh, he gets the spear off.
The tower.
They may have killed Zai, but Zai with that final spear as he goes down will set up for the trade.
That was so big brain. Like, he waited for the final moment to pop his stick too. Gets the angle. Saksa also gets the angle himself here with a rocket. Nicely done.
Starting to heat up already on both of the side lanes.
Definitely seeing the big advantage, at least, of having Thirst, too, inside the laning phase. That was why we did see the top kill first from Yap, so you get all these vision advantage. And just harassment in early game will be making that lane better. We see okay, he's putting stats in, so even more base damage. Look at this.
Okay.
Treads, and then he's going to go straight for that Dragonlance. So he's going to be very tanky as this Drow.
It's going to be interesting to see, because, of course, you know, Drow here, the stats are nice, but also the extra points and the skills are pretty valuable, so... We'll see. This is obviously the way that Topson likes to play.
Ana,
do a lot, and
again? That's 3 times. You asked why we weren't seeing the jug so much.
I guess this is why we're not seeing the jug. Well, I'm barely seeing the jug on my screen at all. He's off the map.
Seb connects things well onto both. Seb will be able to get away. Nice cogs.
Yeah, here's Saksa. We'll be able to hold back Matu. So Seb will be safe. Seb actually starting to stab up. They're going to be able to time with the vacuum. Matu, he's getting low, but he's got that movement speed. He's all over the place. He's able to run away very easily.
It's so hard to see the Ion Shell in this clockwork, too.
Oh, look at this top Zai. He's in onto No-Tail. No-Tail's in a bit of trouble there.
They already have Arcane Boots on Yapzor. They constantly will have mana to go for these pressure plays here.
The spear. See if they've got the damage. They do. I mean, this top lane is getting pretty darn messy here for OG.
They're going to need something beautiful out of Topson. He is having a good time, but man, everybody else suffering so hard. Oh, yeah. Yep, so like Arcane Boots so early up top, that means they always have the mana to be able to go for throwing these spells out onto Ana and No-Tail. We knew this lane would be tough, but maybe not this tough for them.
I mean, and that's the thing as well. With Topson's build getting the points into the stats, though, that doesn't sort of say, hey, guys, I'm going to be ready to come to the side lanes and help you out, right? That says, hey, I'm going to be hitting the creeps.
He does have 2 points at least in Frost Arrow, so maybe we'll be building up as he can make moves with that. Bottom.
See Puppey with the 6 charges. He will go down, but Matu's able to get the clean up in return.
Topson's moving down. He is making the rotation.
With the arrow!
With the arrow.
Yapzor comes in with a rotation, catches Seb off guard. Seb goes down, and Topson can't do anything now.
Nope. He needed the +1. At least somebody to be able to body. But he's kind of sticking around here. Might wait until the clockwork does come down, because he can still kill Matu, but he's actually just going to make his way over.
Yeah. But we're seeing it. We're 7 minutes in. Top 5 net worth. 4 of them are that as secrets. Now, Yapzor, of course, you know, he's 400 gold ahead of Ana.
Oh, yeah. That is problematic, as we see the item build 2 from Yapzor. He's just going to be building straight toward a mech. Really good item to be able to match up versus eventually what you would expect, like a Darkseer mech, but also just the armor that you're always going to be providing with versus Drow is going to be really nice. Same thing with that bonus heal. This is going to be hard for OG. I mean, I'm ready to be surprised at least from a Drow, but I don't know what he's going to be able to do, because it's not the easiest of Drow games either. They have a lot of ways to get on top of him. They have the Mars ult to block versus the regular attack. Sure, the multi-shot will be able to go through, but doesn't look the easiest. And now they're giving No-Tail the mid lane since he's near level 6 at the very least for them. So he's going to have an early 6 on the Brewmaster at the very least for them too.
And where do you think you're looking to go with that first primal split? Like, where Where's the biggest potential for OG to make a play?
I mean, they need to fix like all the lanes, so anywhere he hits really is going to be good. I think bottom could be a good one though, because they need to slow down this Bloodseeker a bit. He's getting a bit too out of control, and he's got the best matchup at least to just get right on top of that Drow Ranger. I do think Noto would like to make the move bottom, but he might just go down the edge. He's in the other case. It's fine.
A lot of damage here though from Nisha with that PPD. And we obviously have Ana and topson. They've both had to resign to the jungle.
Oh, boy.
They're sharing the jungle together here.
That is not a good sign. Zai, free lane top. Bloodseeker, free lane bottom. Saksa, though, says, is it a free lane?
So they got the blood right down.
They have so much damage.
Pretty tanky, but indeed, especially with the rupture. Saksa, he'll stand his ground. And
he does get
Saksa! All right, he'll take that. He'll certainly take that. Brings Matu down with him.
Nisha's down here. A split.
All right, they might get some more. Nisha.
I don't think they expected the split so early.
Nisha's going to be right up into the air for now. The Moonlight Shadow's out, so they'll get Puppey safely out of there. Will lose his courier, though. Nisha also just breaking away, respecting the split here from Noto.
Ooh, definitely one thing. I mean, I don't think the side of Secret expected such an early Brew 6. I don't think the side of OG expected such an early 6 on that Mirana from Yapzor.
You see here, Seb. He's going to run with the Remnant. He can close the gap. Nisha's able to close in. Make sure the Inkswell connects, and Seb will be taking out Courier as well. Well, he'll certainly take that. That's No-Tail's boost out of the game.
Oh, and now, likely he just gets ran down his top. They will get at least a return kill onto Zai finally for Ana. But yeah, quick moves. Secret Array up to 3k gold lead from these quick moves. Like you said, the 4 top.
Tower is under attack.
4 top out of that 5. But Ana finally getting himself involved back in with Saksa.
He's catching back up a little bit, getting some action, making sure that first Omni Slash
is under attack.
finds a kill.
This Darkseer is just so far behind, though. This is the really big concern for me. Is it's not an easy game for him either. His mech timing is going to be slowed down a lot. The mech's timing is going to come out at the same time or slower than the Mirana, the 4 position. Arrow. Off the mark.
Yeah, they're ready for that there. Want the vision up.
OG's doing a good job at least of securing runes I've been seeing.
He's looking to see what he can do in the jungle. He's running down topson. He's not going to go for any further with the aggression though. Saksa around, hookshot back up.
Yeah, I feel for the most part, though, that it has been OG at least denying these runes away from Nisha, so I see him running around without like much of a full battle and no power runes himself, but still looking to play super aggressive.
Nisha
has been killed.
Gonna have the setup here.
Oh, his courier's dead, though.
Watching from the high ground. They get the spear over on the side onto Saksa. Nisha's in trouble. They've been gusted vacuum. Nisha's gonna get taken out. Zai drops the arena. They found Saksa, see if they can get more out of this. They'll get No-Tail. Seb and topson trying to turn to take Zai down, but Zai's pushing on, forcing topson to back off. So we've got 1 charges available. Zai with the spear, shoves topson away. We'll be able to give him the space to back off. So they'll lose Nisha, they'll get the 2 supports for it.
Look how much attention they're dragging, though. All of OG has to show up to the mid lane. Their safe lane Jug is level 7. They are really suffering right now in this department. Onisha making a pretty big mess up there, diving forward, not expecting the gust, and he gets his courier killed. I think that's a 5-6 couriers already killed.
Oh, and off.
Nice angle.
Saksa finding a big one down here. Excellent catch. I mean, that's the big target right now. Matu, king of the net worth. He's the one they want to be taking out. He was hitting some scary item timings here. The Maelstrom had just been completed here, 11 minutes in on top of the phase, so he was about to really hit his stride.
They have a mech already on Yapzor. That is so early. 5-0 and 1. He's gotten the majority of the kills for the team. But man, that is unbelievably
straight up faster than the patch fastest.
And that, I mean, that's not even on like a Mirana.
I think that's on any hero.
On any hero, right?
I don't know. I've just made that up, but it's on any hero.
It's damage might be an issue now, but Saksa with this surge to get on top of Puppey.
Puppey's still alive.
He is still alive.
Not anymore. We'll be able to come in and clean him up, but they're going to lose heroes in return. Or maybe not the healing ward. Ana's able to get the healing ward out in time, keeps Saksa alive, and now Nisha, he's the one in trouble. He's got to run. He's dead. Comes out. Ana's able to take him down.
And now Yapzor.
They might get themselves something else here. Yapzor pops the neck. He's trying to lead back up to the safety of his tower, but Saksa's in with a hook shot. As OG, they're down to 3rd. They're not even done yet. They've got the jump side. They lay down the cogs. OG, they're suddenly getting 4 heroes, and they're losing nothing themselves.
And they're back. Seb is completely back now. He gets himself a double kill. He's dominating. He has mech. How quick all this happens. They all just show up to bottom. Secret, not expecting it all, completely in disarray. And they get the tower 2 off of all of it. Holy moly. It feels a cook shot just came back up. And he gets it off perfect.
I've got to say, I feel like Saksa's playing very well this game. I know he's died a few times, but some of the moves that he's made they've just sort of set up the catalyst for these fights that OG's managed to just just go straight back into Secret's aggression and really start to shut down that lead that Secret did have. You know, we saw off the back of the lane, Secret, they had 4 heroes in the top 5. It's pretty much back to even off those sort of moves.
And Topson was farming during all, too. Topson was in the jungle just being a Drow Ranger, hitting some creeps. We'll see this one again.
Just one by one there. They end up dropping it.
And they do still have to be a little careful. I think Nisha maybe underestimated how much the Ion Shell would just take off him. Like, look, his Flame Guard, it's just gone. And then he's like, oh, wait a minute.
And now he's got to run.
I got to get out of here.
And as soon as the healing ward's out as well, they can't commit any further. And you see with the Omni Slash, not able to sort of put his Remnant out long enough and wait for it to get the distance to jump, you know, far enough so it would break the potential follow-up jumps of the Omni Slash.
Yep.
And
another hook shot.
He's going again. He's got the catch on Zai. Topson's in with the damage. Zai
is on fire.
He can't get out of this. He really is. This is some hot stuff here from the clock.
Such quick plays. OG just swing across the map. That whole lead that Secret did build up after laning phase, it's gone. Ana.
They can take him down. He's going to have backup coming in. Healing ward on the high ground. Very nicely done here. Stop with the backup of Topson. Ana's going to be kept safe.
Puppey, oh, the creeps finish him off.
See the chase from No-Tail. He's going to go for more. He's got Primal Split up in 10 seconds.
This is without Bruce Split that they're chasing forward for these kills now, too. Now with Healing Ward rallied around with that mech, too.
They're going to come in with some TPs here. Secret. They want to try and fight them. Zai's going to lay down the arena. He's caught a few of them. He's able to get the spear back onto No-Tail, but they're moving in with the Blade Fury. No-Tail will fall. Zai, in return, he's going to get taken down. The wall's down, and with the illusions out, Zai's out.
Radiant structures are
They can get anything more here as they stick around, able to dig up a bounty rune as well in the midst of the action. As OG, they'll push on. They'll take this tier 1.
The group up. Just OG playing so well together with each other. And just the heals, really. The Healing Ward survives long enough. Even though Zai comes in, we get an arrow. But they have the damage.
I mean, Ana's able to take off the Flame Guard here with the Blade Fury. Saxa's going to get with the hook shot. They've got the control. Nisha's going to get taken out. Only Slash over towards Puppey. It's more.
And yapzor too.
They may lose set, but honestly, this mid-game, you know, Secret, after a pretty significant lead off the back of the lanes, they've just lost it completely here as OG are bringing the fight each and every time, and they're just tearing Secret apart.
OG and they're battling. And Topson, as we said, he's just being able to get so much farm. And this, now they have Bruce Split available too. These last 3 fights around these towers has just been OG setting it up perfectly. Look at the damage down. You have Saksa, as we said. Beautiful jump throughs. And he's been enabled, honestly, so well by Seven. Like constantly Ion Shelled, constantly getting the right target. Look at the Q. He's queuing up Orchid. This is usually what you see from it's like your off-lane snowballing clockworks to try to go for this type of build. You can see the reasoning why, especially versus that Ember. As again, Matu.
They've caught him up in, and he's not got anyone here to back him up. Matu's dead. Vacuum back, he can't run. Zai, a throw spear in the midst of them too. This time round, Stacks are not quite able to get the hook shot. So with that in mind, Zai will be able to step away. Ana's still trying to chase, bear in mind.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He can't go for this underneath the tower. Zai will be fine.
Amateur.
Gonna get healed up though, Healing Ward.
But we're really seeing sort of the repercussions of these moves that OG's been able to make against Secret. You know, Nisha and Zai, they're starting to slip back and slip behind.
They sure are. And it's not just the gold that's something important to look at. 2K, it's whatever. Look at the experience right now. It's near 8K experience lead for OG. They've been grouped up and they already have, like, look at this clockwork. He's the same level, if not a good chunk higher than the Ember Spirit, the mid. He's higher level than his Darkseer as well in this clock. Saksa on fire. And again, rallied around the towers, rallied around their big team fight and Healing Ward.
They're looking for Topson.
They are. They know he's been split off a bit.
He's been getting so much space. And even with the 3 of them here, though, it looks like they're not going to actually be able to quite find him. Topson's able to step out in time.
And now they got to be careful.
You really do. Saxon's got the hook shot online ready again. Split still available, of course, for No-Tail. As we'll see that move again up top. Matu just trying to push on a little bit greedy here. Only had Zai by his side, and Zai not able to get over in time to do anything about the 2 of them catching him there. Saxa instead.
They're getting too split up. Secret has to somehow find themselves together, but they're getting caught one by one, and also in these fights by OG. Crazy recovery. 19-5. It was 13-6 or something at some point, right? So they've just gotten
1 out of the 3 heroes watching him. And that's not going to do anything here against the Blade Fury. And now with the wall down, Zai's the one that's got to be careful. Ana got the Omni Slash at the ready as well if he sees the opportunity for a good target. They're trying to block Zai and cogs are down. Zai, he cannot get anywhere to safety. He'll drop the arena.
The Healing Ward on the high ground again. They're not even taking any damage.
I mean, they're falling apart here. Secret OG just outplaying them. Topson, he's able to kill off Matu.
He just stands his ground versus the Rupture. They're all full health. OG, the team fight just too strong.
I mean, the lanes really didn't matter as it seemed
really
this
didn't.
game. You know, Secret may have turned up with, as you said, drafting to have that edge in the lanes. The mechanics were there. They were having an excellent time in the matchups. But when it actually came to playing the Dota, you know, coming in with this action, the team play, OG, so far in this game one, they're on another level.
And they're always there. It's just like they're outnumbering them every time. I feel like Secret's doing a lot of these individual plays, and OG, they're just like, okay, we've got 3 heroes ready for your 1 hero that makes this play. And yeah, it's showing, absolutely. 4K lead. They have map dominance now, and they're not going to let down at all. That's the way OG likes to play. They like to keep going. Even if they don't have ults available, they'll be able to. And crazy to say, too, is No-Tail is 3 components toward his Aghanims already on the Brewmaster, and almost level 12, too. So the frequency of these ults is going to be pumped out with 2 charges, too. It's slightly off the mark. We can give him a 1 or 2 misses as he's had a
that was a tricky one there with the leaps.
Yep.
Yapzor's away.
Starting to build solutions. Secret getting very annoyed, of course, by Saksa. 4 staff now done for Puppey, but this damage really has been done. Zai has very little farm. You see he's queued up BKB on the Mars just to be able to survive versus this Clockwork getting on top of him constantly. Yeah, Topson's items just coming out too fast now, too.
Loving the build-up, too. Yep. Blink Dagger, incredibly valuable on this hero. That,
agreed.
You know, the angles that you're able to find in the team fight matter so much with the gust and the multi-shot.
And if you see, like, the Mars walking up at you, right? Like, you can just blink out, reset in order to get a good positioning for it. Or you can blink in if you see opportunities. Yeah, positioning is key for Drow Ranger, and they've done this for a long time. I know that OG was one of the big teams when they used to pick Drow, when it had the one-shot, like, ancient mechanic. He used to go Blink Dagger even for that. They really know how good the item is.
Especially this game where, I mean, normally the thing that would maybe put you off it is if they had that sort of setup that you wouldn't be able to blink out if they had like the Yules. But obviously with the mech rush that Yapzor went for, there's no Yules on the Mirana. And with the fact that Zai's having a tough game, having to go straight for the BKB, there's no Yules on him. So they just don't have that setup that would really threaten him. So the Blink Dagger, as you say, just going to be pretty much the item to solve any other issues that he'd have with them walking up and trying to start a fight on him.
And they're ready to fight. It's level 12 on Brewmaster, the hook shot again.
Follow-up though. And they do with a pushback into the gust. Now it does come out. That will just save him. Yapzor with that arrow coming through onto Topson will stop the damage output and allow Nisha to get away.
He's still in the area though, and he's doing so much damage now. Also finds himself, of course, an agility Van Brace on top of all this crazy agility he already does have. All grouping up. The BKB's done on the Mars, so now Zai will have a little bit of an easier option for himself to not worry about this Clockwork.
Nisha.
So annoying, but Nisha.
Be a little careful here. It comes straight back into the start, and since he loses half his HP, we'll see the Rupture get dropped down on Topson. The split up, they've got many ways to keep Topson safe. Zai, he's trying to get in there to find him. He won't be able to clear out the trees with the arena. Pins into the wall with the spear. Can they bring him down? They can. They finally able to take down Topson. Now they're ready for the counter play. OG vacuum back onto Zai. Bully mode. They get the stun connection onto the jump though. Ana, he's in trouble. Can he get out of time? The healer walks out, and in fact, Ana wants to go back in. Pops the Blade Fury. He's ready to try and run down Yapzor, but as the Blade Fury comes to the end, he backs off. Nisha still alive somehow. As Matu, he's cleaning up. He's cleaning up. He's to pound 3. He's ready to run down Seb. Seb can't escape this. Matu chasing him down. Seb's trying to run, but Matu's able to get in, and Secret, they're back. Team white.
They finally get a good setup. They get the Rupture on the Drow. Zai knows his job. He does not care if he dies. The typical sacrificial lamb for the team. Matu able to just do full work. And Nisha as well. Just gets every single spell off this time. Not getting fully controlled for once.
I mean, he got so low in that situation, but as you say, just one another. Secret actually able to keep them alive, and just an excellent start to the fight from Zai, knowing that his job to just BKB, get in the face of this Drow, stop Topson from having any impact in the team fight.
And Sox is low mana during all this. Like, he can't actually do what he's normally been doing of getting these catches, good initiations. Of course, that arrow too from Yapzor, very effective.
Yeah.
And Matu, he was up in the air for a lot of the fight, but then as soon as he comes back down, 3 hero connection on the Blood Right, everybody's super low, and then he can just clean up the speed.
Yeah, huge cleanup. They get a big boost in gold and XP there with a team fight win such as that one.
And this is what we want to see. I mean, just these constant battles between both.
Back
and now
forth.
these BKBs, they're going to be very effective. Secret, they were having a bit of that tough in that early game. They recognize what the problem is. They pick up 2 force stabs on the supports. Now it's 3 BKBs on all 3 cores.
Yeah, things get a lot harder now. You know, you're not necessarily going to be able to overrun Secret with the brawl that you were bringing before.
Yeah, these ion shells that have been very disruptive, these gusts and whatnot, will not be nearly as effective anymore versus this match community.
Yeah, and we'll see with that last fight going the way it did as well. Topson feeling that he does have to go a little less flashy and a little more safe. Just getting that BKB on now after the Manta so that he can be a bit more kitted out for these heroes just running in with their own BKBs during the team fight.
Still susceptible to the rupture if he is out of position. Does have to be a little more cautious how he shows himself on the initial pushes.
I think a lot of it's, is going to be down to how well he can be sustained by Seb with his Greaves. And of course, Ana with that healing ward. Very important, really, that they're able to keep that healing ward alive. So a lot for Ana to keep track on in the team fight.
That's one Bruce split. He does have the 2 charges, though, so doesn't mind ever throwing one of them out here to mess with Nisha and also save his life. Yep, so still in the area, though, to watch out for it. And they're just going to tip him. They're like, whatever. It's just one. It's just one of the ults. You already have an Ags at 23 minutes as a 5-position brew. It's pretty good.
He's pretty nursery iron time. He's deep, but he knows there's no cancel. So Blade Fury and a TP will do the job every time for now.
Matu denying, too, the creeps while he's spinning on it, too. Just cheeky. Trying to get themselves this high ground advantage. These BKBs, as we said, it's going to be a problem for OG.
Seb. He's trying to dodge it all, but he can't dodge everything.
Nope.
Inkswell into the setup. They're ready to go for more. Nisha. Gonna have some backup.
He's gonna force the split.
Indeed, we'll have the second charge being used here. They're still moving in. Maybe seeing if they can take down No-Tail through the split. Dropping the rupture as well.
Oh my god.
I mean, how far? They're not gonna dive for this.
I don't think so. They're in the base.
Ana's coming in for the side. He's coming in with the Omni Stacks, but they're nicely grouped up together. Yapzor also able to leap away, so nobody to dive in that initial burst from the Omni Stack. Puppey will fall. Now down with the Soulbind onto the 2 of them. Zai, BKB turns with the bulwark, starts to back on Matsu. He's cleaning them up. He's ready to run in. He's able to pick up a second. Ana's got to be careful. Healing ward's out. They'll get back behind the tier 3. Nisha, he is going to get taken down. So the aggression there from Secret, kind of getting baited by No-Tail right up past the tier 3s. It will get punished by OG. They may lose a few themselves, but they are able to kick back and take out 3 of Secret for that aggression.
That was pretty crazy dive from Secret for sure around the tier 3s. Glyph gets popped and Topson able to hold his high
Roche
ground.
is up as well. Can these 3 do Roche with the healing ward up in
sure
10? They certainly can go for this.
He's got BKB coming out for the drought too.
Secret's going to be up pretty soon, so it could be a good chance they spotted it out as well with the scan. So Secret's going to head over.
They've got good spam too. They just need to be sure to kill that healing ward.
I mean, who's getting in and out though?
It has to be Yapzor really, but he has no leap charges, so someone's going to have to go in there and run for it.
Who's going to be able to make that move?
Nobody can.
And we have it, Topson with the Aegis ready for the next fight, as well as, of course, that completed BKB. They're already making moves up top.
Oh, no.
The counter. Ana's dead. So sad. They're getting a little carried away there as soon as they go for a move. Topson, he's not going to be able to get away.
The leash stops his TP.
He gets leashed to No-Tail. He's trying to stand his ground with the BKB. Stacks and come in with a hook shot over towards Yapzor. Yapzor has been trapped in the cogs. Get out of this, he can't. So Yapzor will go down. Topson's still alive. Going to step on the high ground, get a good angle to start shooting back at Zylo. Matsu, he's in with a BKB, closes the gap on Topson, takes down the Drow. Matsu, he's ready for round 2. The blood right setup. Saxon tries to hide himself in the cogs, but Matsu's still got the movement speed. He'll stay on top of the Drow. He's going to have the backup of Nisha as well. Topson, he's attempting to run, but he's got no more defensive abilities or items to use to get him out of there. As Matu again finds the cleanup. No-Tail's also picked up there by the nuke. See a TP out from Saksa. He is the only man to get out of this. Everybody else going down. They may have got Roche, but as we saw there, Ana and Seb immediately moving up to the Secret shop. Secret, they were there. They were ready. And Ana, again, just getting caught out on the front of the fight.
And perfectly comboed up too from the side of Secret. They have a ward on the high ground. OG walks up blindly into that area. They perfectly see them on Secret and they just connect everything. The spear, the arrow, everything onto Ana before he's able to get anything off. Same thing for Seb. And Seb, he's still very crucial to their team fight. So even though Topson is that strong with an Aegis, they get on top of him. And without having some way to reset and pull the fight away with the Darkseer, Secret thrive. It's a crazy game still, though. 54 kills, 27 minutes, Owen.
No, we're going to have a lovely bit in a second. Just wait. About 16, about 15 seconds. And then if you look, ladies and gentlemen, towards the... Right,
just wait.
Yeah, wait.
7 more seconds.
And then if you look at the top of the screen.
Beautiful.
27.
Very nice.
It's a sign. If you're out there and you're 27, today is a lucky day.
How old are you?
Oh, no, I'm 20. I'm
Are you
20. No, I'm 28.
Are you?
God,
Wait, when did you get so... Jesus, Owen.
I had a birthday.
What happened all these years? So, neutral items picked up. Who got what? I saw Cloak of Flames on both sides. Nice pickup for the Brewmaster. Also, nice pickup for the for Nisha himself.
I mean, they're smoked. They're trying to come up here again. This place didn't do them too well last time,
But they are smoked this time.
Yeah.
Secret does seem to be pretty aware of the positioning.
They'll get a ward down themselves now, OG. He's dropping it in the lane here. Somewhere that Secret's not necessarily going to expect Vision to be at this point in the game.
It does provide a lot of vision, because we did see the Mars ult knock down all the trees there, so it is giving more usual vision. More than usual, that is. As does get the blink anyway now that he does have his defensive BKB for himself on the Drow Ranger.
Yeah, always a nice one to upgrade with.
They re-smoke. They really want to find this fight now. They're feeling strong.
Who do you think they're looking for the jump on? Or DD on Ana? Oh, he actually buys. Did he just buy himself a bottle? Or maybe there was one in the base that he picked up there. No, but either way, I think he probably was on the ground. So he gets himself the ball sent out. Either way, he's not going to wait for it. He's picking it up because he knows the rest of his team, they want to find action.
No-Tail wants to start the fight where he can lift somebody because he wants to be able to stop these 3 BKBs from going up at the reset. Moonlight Shadow.
Causing those misses. Will be able to lay down a sentry in No-Tail. Okay. He's found his way over to the back lines. But he wants the Grimstroke.
They can't walk up this hill, though. Secret has perfect vision in this area.
It's not an easy fight for OG to step into.
No. They're going to respect that high ground. And no split available now. They'll back away.
Enchanted Quiver on topson, always a nice one.
Yep.
Extra bit of punch there on the every few hits.
Okay, so who got which one? I saw Paladin Sword as well. And Matu getting that one's going to be very nice for him. Combination of just all the heals. Right, from his spell damage as well. Just his innate healing that he gets when he kills a hero. That's going to be pretty huge if he does it whenever he finishes off a hero inside the fights. It's going to be a big surge of health.
Nice and very nice. I mean, we'll do the amulet on Ana. Very nice for all the extra bit of speed buffs. And the Cloak of Flames. One for the Brew and one for the Amber. Probably two of the better Cloak of Flames heroes in the game.
Definitely. Does get himself the shard on the Mars. Very important when you're playing versus any Manta heroes. You want to be able to show you pin the right hero. A little bit of downtime here. Scouting with the arrow. Secret just continuing to play around the high ground. Arrow connects, but they'll just ping him out. Now they know that they're all rallied in the area. Basher now finished up for Matu, so...
Ana's got to be a bit more careful.
Yeah, hitting on targets.
Oh, look at the jump. They found No-Tail.
He is very dead.
I mean, with the Brew gone, I guess this is sort of 50 seconds, but OG's probably going to try and do their best to avoid a team fight.
Yeah, push bottom. They at least can actually threaten potential high ground. Ana could just go up there. Does have to, as we said, watch out for the Basher, because he can't do the spin TPs as easy. He doesn't know the Basher's online just yet.
He'll see it now.
We'll see it now if he does click over there, for sure.
Hey, they click on him all.
They better.
Professional players.
They're just going to swing top. Creep wave dies in the mid lane, but they still have creeps up top to go for that tier 2 tower. As Ana doesn't see anything just yet. He's waiting for a moment until he sees more information. Topson's going to be the one who actually perhaps pokes bottom because he's a little safer, but... Seb might be calling for a fight, it looked like. He's pinging in the area.
Dire's top tower has
How many brew splits do we have? We do have the one, almost 2 available.
Right, yeah. On the respawn. Getting that time as well. Trying to pump him up towards that 18.
Ooh, Nisha has Ags now. So fights for the Drow. There's a lot of control, a lot of different ways to get on top of her now. Let's have to be a little careful. Nisha also can always deal with these side lanes easier now. He has more remnants to rejoin the fights.
Saksa.
Let's see what they can get. Zai.
He's going to go for the opening.
Great target.
Straight in onto Zai. We'll get the pushback as well. As the BKB offside, Zai. Is he able to step away from this? Get the arena out as well. The blink Zai's out of
He's
there.
actually alive.
Be the first to fall. BKB falls down to Nisha. Nisha may be thinking about getting back in on this. The healing ward is down.
He refreshed he overcharged or overclocked on the clockwork, and then he hooked into the spear, and it speared him away from stunning Zai again, so it allows him to reset and get away. That was an interesting little mechanic coming in. As it looked like a good initiation, but yeah, as we said, these BKBs are very tough for them to deal with still.
Yeah, they couldn't quite keep Zai chain stunned to stop him from getting his one off there. Yeah, Matu's still just sitting at the top. We'll see this once more as stats are coming in with that newly purchased Aghanims.
Gonna pop. He does it a little bit late with the overclock, so he doesn't connect it before that BKB comes up. But ready, he hook shots and gets speared to his cog as it does hit. Although the stun connects, isn't able to get the secondary cogs to maybe trap Zai in place.
And that's true. What you feel like if he was a bit quicker on that, they could have probably stopped getting the BKB off.
I think he could have done it just a little bit faster. I think he maybe wanted to save it for the secondary go, but then realized, ah, crap, I need to actually use it to lock down side long enough. I like that he's, you know, when you do save it like that, it shows like, you know, he's bloodthirsty. He wants the next kill. Sure. I like that.
He doesn't want to feel like he's needing to throw onto both. But, well, the way the fights are going, the fact Secret have a 5k lead, it's definitely getting to the point where OG it's going to be rather important for them to just guarantee themselves a kill at the start of the fight. Otherwise, Secret's going to be likely to overrun them, especially with Matu just getting as big as he is and being such a, well, especially with his itemization in a fantastic place to carry up against this Jug and Drow.
Yeah, and I love when I see people pick up this Mjolnir. Sometimes it doesn't make sense because there's no illusions and stuff like that, but so many small damage instances is something you have to remember too with Mjolnir. It's playing versus Darkseer, versus Cloak of Flames, versus Brewmaster Burns and stuff like this.
So much damage.
Heroes that are not BKB, this Mjolnir is going to start popping off, shooting lightning everywhere. OG?
Checking out Roche. It's up in a second.
This could be some clutch timing here.
I mean, they can go for it, you know, keep the healing ward outside the pit.
And they see nothing on the map, so they're probably expecting some type of movement here. Zai.
He's going to know it's there. Gets dispelled. Zai's ready to charge in. They're going to come up with the Omni Slash straight away onto Zai. Zai stepping away with the BKB. Ana is going to have the Omni Slash redirected, and that's the Omni Slash used to no avail, really. Doesn't really achieve much at all. Puts the Blade Fury, tries to run, and matches in with the BKB straight on top of topson. They're trying to take down this Drow. Zai getting low, but he gets the spray off in time over towards Ana. Zai finally falls, but Ana's so low here as they'll lose the Jug. They will turn, though. Topson's able to get the damage off onto matumbaman, as matumbaman out of the game. No buyback available on him. So we'll see Zai buy back in the attempt to get back over it. Over in the river, Saksa pushing them back with the cogs. So stopping Puppey and Zai from being able to re-enter the fray. Over to the side, Nisha with another remnant gets himself away from the chase of No-Tail.
Beautiful reset. The wall being very problematic for the No-Tail. Is left alone this time around, does step up a bit too far. Topson able to reset his positioning. So important here. Seb controlling them inside that wall, and Topson gets to the high ground, is able to actually focus fire and do something to fight. See the damage coming out from there. Beautiful.
Well, with the fight as it is, though, 2 dead on OG. I mean, I guess for Secret, they don't really have the best way of taking Roshan themselves. Even with the numbers here, the 4 versus the 3 of them, they can't really go back into the pit. I mean, they may try. I guess with Zai, it's pretty safe. Zai can tank at least.
He's got the Orb of Destruction too, so it's a little bit faster. So they've got that decent amount of minus armor, but without Matu, it's going to be a bit slower than they ideally want. But yeah, 35 seconds, no brew, 20, no jug. They've got a good window here.
Seb want to go for some sort of... He's heading over.
Ooh.
I mean, Secret are a bit, they're a little scared. They're a bit hesitant about this. Can Saksa pull something off? He's got the hook shots. He's going to go in straight away. Onto time. Shot comes in with the side. Nisha pops the ghost out to try and keep himself safe from the physical damage. Topson, Nisha gets the BKB off. The Roche is going to go down. Who's going to be able to pick up the Aegis? It's going to be Saksa. Saksa able to grab the Aegis here. She's picked up by Nisha.
No, Nisha got Aegis actually. Look,
oh, Saksa didn't get anything. So he just kills Zai. So Nisha, is he actually going to be able to get them all out of here?
Yes, she gets forced out of the way.
Oh, right. Okay, Nisha's able to pick everything up. He's away with it all.
Dude, the Ghost Scepter purchase actually coming in clutch. He was getting hit so hard, but somehow he resets with Ghost Scepter and actually ends up getting
he was on the floor for so long there. So he does get the kill on Zai. Now, I thought he was able to pick it up as well, but he wasn't. Nisha getting away with a big benefit there. And again, once more to this Ghost Scepter.
Paying off.
I mean, he's pretty much got the E-Blade done now, thanks to that fight as well.
So, Ana was able to get the shard for himself.
Oh, they got the shard. Okay, they get the shard.
So, pretty beneficial because he does have the Scotty and the Maelstrom already. Will be really strong onto Ana. And they do kill Zai again. So, I mean, that is a little weird one, but Zai dies, he's probably like, oh, I got my long death out of the way, because that was the death after the buyback. So for the next death, he'll be back faster.
Nisha, he's going to go finish that E-Blade. So there we have it. A lot of magical bursts ready to come out from Nisha.
Oh, I mean, oh yeah.
You've got to be careful, especially in these fights, Ana. With the Blade Fury, as soon as he comes out of that Blade Fury, he can get blown up.
And when the BKB starts, I mean, now we're already at 7 seconds here onto Topson. These BKBs are going to start lasting pretty low. Getting on top of him with all that crazy damage is going to be nuts. All that spell damage, and they find a timeless relic. I mean, Nisha.
Oh, Nisha's going to be a happy boy.
He gives it to him right away.
There we have it.
Oh, yeah.
Timeless relic, E-Blade, Aghanims. Nisha, he's good to go.
Near level 25 on 2 of these cores, too.
He takes an arrow to the face. He tried to commit. He tried to believe that he could get
Nisha's gone
the
for more.
outpost in time, and indeed he is. Nisha's ready to chase on. He's got the Aegis. He's fearless right now.
It's on Topson, but he's got healing ward.
Yeah, it's just a little bit hard now to get to Topson. Nisha is trying his best to close in. They've got the stun control. Nisha tipping the sleight of fist down. He's still alive here with the first life. Nisha, he's not even going to go down the one, so they've got the control onto Anna. Finally it falls. Anna comes out with the Omni Slash. Zai getting low. Topson even hidden from the side with the damage, but that's Anna out of the game. Goes down. OG's got to get out of it.
Nisha is trying to catch more.
He's chasing. He's trying to see if he can find Topson, but Topson is already well out of there. Still, they get the cleanup. They take down Seb. Secret able to rally together here. Matu and Nisha just proving to be a little too much now.
And just too many ways to get on top of Topson. Like he pops his BKB and immediately right after the BKB is going down, he has to just run away. So much overwhelming magic damage that is coming out. And I mean, Saksa is so crucial in the fight field to give that space and window for this Drought Rangers.
Nisha.
He's got knee blade.
BKB's on cooldown. So Manta's available now.
Okay.
Oh, the damage. All right, Topson will take that. You got to be careful, man. This guy's he's got a DD. Get out of it. The multi shots. Yapzor's got to get away. As Topson. He's holding on. He's holding on, and now it's Jackson with a hook shot. They've caught another Topson. He'll pick up a second kill.
Oh my god. Well, they thought they were going to get a kill on the Drow, but nope.
And Topson was doing
past.
a whole lot in the early game. You sort of keeping it solid, having that high damage output in those fights that allowed OG to initially sort of pick themselves out of a bad place off the back of the laning stage. Then the mid-game enters Secret, starting to match the fight. Topson though, he stuck around a little too long. The BKB, has he got any way of getting out? Tried to pike himself to safety, but he is gone. Just talking Topson up, he decides to spend a little too long standing there. They're hitting the tier 2 tower.
And now No-Tell as well. Likely to get ran down. He just gets speared. Zai, a couple phenomenal spears this game. Into the towers, just catching them off guard. And then he's ruptured. Can't BKB, can't reset away. That's definitely, Nisha. You better tip Zai after you make your mistake. Zai making up for it himself.
Really,
beautifully.
Back and forth continues, just as it feels like OG's getting a bit of momentum back with the push of Topson, then bam. They just get shut down. They try to run it down mid. Secret says no. We're more than kitted out to do that. They've still got the lead.
Is he going to get
9k advantage?
He's sneaking it. Look at the courier. The gem, it gets hit in the tree. Oh, he gets it. Very nice.
Mid. They've got the spear.
Anna.
The ward is out. There's a lot of sustain, a lot of regeneration here for Anna. Now Anna with the blade fury. He's going to take Saksa. Comes in from the side. Matu. This time it's Secret's turn to overstay their welcome.
There's just two of them there. The rest of the team was thrown away.
All right, back and forth. Both teams keeping us on the edge of our seats here. As there's no knowing what comes next in this game.
So it looks like Secret wanted to get the outpost to have the availability for the TP, I believe, for Nisha. So they were split away. And then the other two go mid, and they get caught from a buyback from Saksa, just capitalizing on that.
It's pretty wild.
That is,
I mean,
pretty awesome to see, just these quick little small understandings of where the positioning of the heroes are. I believe that's what happened, right? Because Puppey, he went to go get outposts for Nisha to have TP, but then they split away because they were pushing mid.
Yeah, they were pretty far back behind that tier 2 tower.
And now a couple items coming out for the side of OG. Mid. And, is that what I think it is? Okay, it's just an illusion in the bottle, but still relevant. Ana.
And a little bit of a dispel could get him out of the chains or something, save the use of Blade Fury for later. We'll see that replay once more. She said, where is he over?
Okay, so Puppey's all the way up top. They just claimed one of their outposts. And, I mean, they're just so split apart here.
They're so deep here, Matu and Zai.
Yeah.
They wanted some fun. They got it.
OG in the game. Saksa, he's in again.
He's got they caught him.
They got yapzor.
And now they're going to be on with the push. They've still got a bit of window here with Zai and Matu. They're dead now.
This game is actually insane.
Well, OG's going to be able to get the racks here by the looks of it. They've got the full axe done on both of them, Seb and Anna, ready for the next fight. As that's the mid-race gone, they're going to sweep round to the bottom and see if they can get something more out of this. Who's back in 5?
Seb's got the axe freshly picked up for this fight. Yeah. So they're all that much tankier. 4,000 HP Juggernaut.
There we have it. Smoke's coming out for Secret. They're looking to see if they can get the jump. Anna standing his ground with the Blade Fury. Soulbind used pretty early here. They'll be able to back off and make sure there's no follow-up to that ult.
Yapzor does not want to buy back either, so not really looking for a fight just yet.
They want to push on Anna close to level 25 as well. Can do it. No-Tell with the second promo split. The buyback coming out. Focusing for the side of the guns. They are focusing down. Matu blocks the BKB. Pops the cheese. Back up the full HP. Nisha gets a defensive safety. Now they haven't got to ride it. Saksa, he's in with a catch. Hook shot. Nisha back into the side as Nisha. He's out to the side. Gets them a slide and fits over around Nisha. He's able to jump back in time. He'll live. But Secret, they're being forced back to the fountain as Anna, he's ready to look for kills. Jumps in with the first slash. Blade Fury to farm as well. He's on top of Puppey. Takes out the green shot. Buyback comes out Matu. He's trying to get on Thompson, but Matu, his big he's on corner. He's against the back shot. Takes down Thompson. Matu, ready to go for the next target. He's moving around. He's over towards Anna. Anna will also fall. Double kill for Matu, and he's not done yet. Right over towards Saksa. With a hook shot. Saksa, he's able to lock down Matu. Matu down for 100. As Saksa and Hotel will run Yapzor back to the fountain as well. This is Saksa. He's going for the TP out. No tail. Still around. Size him the back up. Nisha as well comes swinging across. The Secret, they will clean up overall as they keep their bottom racks alive and will push back OG.
The speed that these heroes are moving. Nisha is zipping through at full speed with his remnants and everything. The Bloodseeker's flying through, but he gets isolated for a second. He gets left alone, and they will be able to finish him off. Saksa, time and time again, coming in clutch for his team.
He is.
Secret does have to use 2 buybacks.
To find these big catches, but in those sort of situations, it's just not quite enough there with the rest of his team just getting cleaned up at the start of the action by matumbaman.
But it's an expensive hold for Secret. They do have to use 2 buybacks to be able to keep it up. And Topson, he didn't spend gold in all this last time. He has 6,000 gold saved up on this Drow Ranger.
He's got a lot of money. Probably time to say goodbye to the wand. I guess, obviously, at this stage of the game and with the way that the game's played, does want to make sure he has buyback. Yeah, buyback's going to be very important in a game like this where we're seeing the action swing back and forth so ferociously.
He does have, I believe he's just about has the gold for both, actually. He's just about to. 4,300 surplus, so he should be able to buy both. But back the other way, as we said.
There we have it. I mean, are we going to see any buybacks come out here? Or do you think they're going to hold and just sort of let the damage be done?
20 seconds low, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
5 seconds, though. Saksa might go in as soon as Drow respawns.
Saksa might be able to do something here to stop the push, and he's going to try.
He's going to try once.
See if he can keep his rack safe and alive here for the little bit of time before the rest of OG's out, and he can. A simple hook shot in, and Secret will back off. Saksa are able to come in, keep the racks alive, and protect any buybacks being used by his teammates.
How's our Roach looking? Is back up now.
Well, it's the big one as well.
This is going to be the big decider. We need to get vision around the pit. Both sides quite limited on the vision department. Illusion Escape found for Tops.
That's a lovely one. Tops are going to have it. It's great to play, to push out the lanes, of course, down the line. Maybe Seb wants to hold on to it for the team fights, but for now, it's just going to speed up Topson's farm even more.
And maybe bait. Perhaps
that's true. We'll
it is very important.
Catches them off guard.
They are very focused on making sure they can get on top of Topson. He could do some clever stuff with this illusion for sure.
Look at this smoke as well. They send the illusion down mid.
Both, oh yeah, all 3 with the meds too.
Yeah, well, we'll see if Secret fall for that. They'll probably be able to assess the damage being done and realize
they're on the high ground.
It's going to get dispelled. No tail. Get grabbed by the chains. And he's actually going to pop the first split here. Maybe see if he can get a catch as he starts to run them down. See what he can force out of Zai. You get forced to the side. Trying to hold on to the BKB. Saksa's able to get out of the first with the pushback. They've got it. Zai goes down. Saksa again with the catch. Now with the guns, pushing back Nisha. Anna turns towards him. Matu, he's trying to look for a target. The parallel wall dropped here, but Matu is in onto Seb, trying to run down the darks here. BKB's out for Saksa. He's over towards them. They've got the control onto No-Tail. No-Tail falling low as Matu. He's able to take down No-Tail. Matu ready to go for his next target. At the same time, Zai being pushed backward with the BKB out. Zai steps back out, keeps them contained in the arena. So his lap comes out to Matumbaman. He's tanky, and he's able to pick up another. Commits onto Seb. Now turns over towards Anna. Multiple buybacks coming out from OG, but Matu is just doing the damage. Thompson will fall. Saksa's got to run. Nisha's able to close the gap here with the remnants. Jump straight over towards Saksa. Matu, he's just taking them apart. And the fall. Saksa's going to get cleaned up as well. Triple kill for matumbaman.
What a fight from Secret. Zai actually coming in so clutch. He jumps into the right side, splits up 3 heroes, all Cotton Stars, the Marzult. They couldn't do anything to back up their teammates. Matu and Nisha able to clean up on last.
Matu's just doing so much damage. 15k damage done in that last team fight. As Matu, I mean, he's able to get it, and even with the BKB, when it wears off, Matu, it doesn't matter. He's able to find targets, commit on them, and know he's going to get that kill, that burst of life to keep on fighting.
And it is, his eye, with his buyback, he kept the Drow all the way on the right side, so Drow wasn't hitting Matu at all in the fight. He kept him fully controlled by Zai. That was such clutch play from him.
Trying to push them away from Roche here, but OG, they're doing it without Anna, they're doing it without their main man, Saksa.
One split.
He's trying to spook them away from the pit, but Matu, he's doing so much here. He's able to turn, commit here with the Minotaur horn. Roshan will fall there and pick it all up, and they are. He grabs the Aegis, Secret take it all here from the pit. Zana with the buyback. Is he actually going to be able to find anything with this, Matu? Return, drop the rupture onto Tops and stop OG OG from chasing. As with that in mind, we're seeing a huge jump up now for the lead of Secret. 18k advantage. They grab it all from the pit. Of course, OG also having to spend money there, using that buyback on Ana's jug.
Now we see Matu having some inventory. A little bit of inventory issues, trying to swap everything all around here, trying to figure out which items he does want to use. He's keeping Minotaur Horn in, but he's keeping Leveler in his backpack just in case when it is on cooldown, he's swapping it in. Same thing with his Basher, swapping in constantly.
Yeah, we'll see for the next fight here. Cheese being helped by Matu, Refresher Shard on Zai.
And these fights are just so crazy because everyone's hitting 25. It's so early in the game, but all these supports, like almost everyone's 25 on. Just the Brewmaster.
We don't see a lot of games where everyone hits to 25.
No, it's just been
this
chaos.
early, kind of 48 minutes in. I guess this is just sort of the abundance of kills that we have had coming out at 48 minutes in, 47 to 41.
So much control that can come out too. The two supports on both sides just providing so much utility.
I mean, they have to get Matu. This Bloodseeker's just going to clean up every single team fight. He is just the ultimate threat here for OG's lineup.
It's just so hard with the way that, I mean, Zai is just playing like this bro of protecting his cores so well, so that they can get these constant spells combos off, especially like Nisha and Matu, just able to focus fire their targets a lot easier.
Well there.
Of course he is.
Yeah, got the extra HP regen. I mean, that's something that's going to become this whole area where
it is.
You just pretty much can't fight into it. That sort of insane amount of boosted regen for the team. You know, if you're OG, you have to step away. That arena comes out, you've got to bail.
Yeah, and they're also, if you notice, they're giving Puppey the farm right now. No one else is touching neutrals. Puppey's about to have Aghanims. So there's a very strong Drow Ranger and Juggernaut on one side. If he gets illusions of these two, or even one of them in the fights, it could be really problematic. Also, level 25, as we did see, you know, that ink wall radius massive, and everyone else also having those 25 talents, as we are seeing pointed out.
Of course, the test will still be there for Secret when it comes to breaking the high ground of OG. OG, some pretty good ways to spam from a distance. You know, this draft built around Topson's drought.
They did use some pretty big buybacks, though, on the side of OG, for sure. They're the two important ones on the side of Secret are still available. And none of them are available on the side of OG. Sure,
if Secret can just commit and make that jump onto one of these cores without buyback, they'll probably be able to close the game up. So OG have to be very cautious, very careful to make sure that that backup is there to ensure that they don't get jumped, even inside the base, which could happen, of course. Secret having some pretty good heroes for the gap close.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Creeps are hitting the base, so they do know that Secret is postured probably aggressively into their side there. So now Yapzor backing up. Sai, he's invis on the hunt. He's going to be able to fund, but he is magic immune inside of Cogs, that level 25 talent. Good old spell immunity. And we did see, Stormcrafter did reveal him, I believe, inside the tree line. I think it tapped Zai.
Yeah, that's probably why we saw stacks of players he did.
I love that talent, though. He has BKB, but doesn't have to use it. He just clicks Cogs. Octarine now for Yapzor. Okay.
All right.
Bit of a luxury item, it feels like, for him.
Yeah, they're rolling in the money here, both of these teams.
He does have triple arrow, so it's 3 arrows every 9.8 seconds, too. That is pretty obnoxious.
Radiant are scanning.
Let's see what they can get. As you say, if they catch one of the heroes without that buyback, this is going to be a real hit against OG.
Still got 30 minutes or so on all 3 of the cores on OG.
30?
3 minutes, sorry.
That would be quite enough.
30 minutes would be pretty devastating.
30-minute buyback.
One buyback again.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck.
OG know this. They're playing very careful right now, making sure not to have anyone out on the map getting caught by these movements of Secret.
They have problems taking out Matu still, though. Just this butterfly, they don't really have the true strike at all. We're seeing Ana, he's building toward it, but Topson's not going to be able to. He just doesn't have space. Like, inventory space is just limited.
No, for sure. Until he has that MKB, they don't kill this Bloodseeker.
No.
They don't kill this Bloodseeker before Matu's killed, you know, kill one, kill 2 of them, and constantly getting this revitalization throughout the team fight.
Zai leading the charge. The gem in the front line, too. Finds himself a haste. Sab forcing in bottom. Double ion shell is thrown down on the creep wave. A little bit of a stall. A little bit of a slowdown right now.
For OG, as we talked about, you know, we know why they're not trying to look for action. I mean, Is there anything that sort of Secret's waiting for? Is there a reason why we don't sort of see them just shove down a lane and try to go for the high ground?
It's just a bit hard because of these double ion shells, these illusionist capes that keep getting sent down the lanes. It is a bit difficult for them to just force the issue fully here. Now they are rallied around bottom. Lane is in a decent spot here too as well in the top lane.
There's still a tier 2 to take down here.
Yep. Scouting out that triangle area with a blood break. My god. Attack speed on Maki is absolutely ridiculous. He's got the shard too, as we see. High pure damage coming into play. So much gold.
Yeah, he's queuing up the MKB. He's going to have to get rid of something for that.
Yeah, it's probably the save also, just in case. Like, if a fight happens, he dies first. He buys back, buys boots of travel. He can come back in the fight, stuff like that. You want to have to save, especially at this point. As lane's now becoming a problem against Secret, they're going to have to back up, but OG, they've claimed high ground. Secret sees where that rocket came from, though, so they should know that OG's fully positioned on...
They're heading in here. We'll see Matu already.
Matu's really low mana.
He did manage to get the rupture off onto Ana. Over to the side, Saksa. He's going to hook shot out to safety. Gets away, Zai thinking about chasing, he's in.
No.
He's got the arena spin. Onto Ana, they're going to follow up as well. Nisha moves in straight away. He's able to get the slash off, but he's so bad, doesn't matter. He's able to get the Omni slash off as well. Secret gripped up, back him onto the tree. So jumping away, but Zai's getting low. The blame field from Ana, they're able to take down Zai. Matu pushing on onto Seb. Ana trying to punch back. The bash is coming out from Matu. Matu's BKB shortly about to come to an end. See the buyback from Zai as he looks to keep this fight going here for Secret. Zai with the spear back onto Saksa. Will catch the clockwork. Multi-shot coming in for the side, but Matu's able to take down Saksa. Nisha jumping over towards Ana with the Blade Fury's back up. Ana with the Blade Fury turns towards Matu. He gets the back. Matu is getting taken down. Matu to fall. They open the Lotus on off his time. Will give Zai some sort of protection, but he's thrown enough. They brought down Zai. It's a die back on the mark. The rest of Secret, they've got to run.
Nisha.
They've got to get out of here. Over in the trees, they've got the control on Puppey. Puppey don't know he's there. Looks like they're going to be a little careful. I mean, OG, they find themselves a huge move here. They had to use a buyback on Saksa, but Secret, they use 2 core buybacks themselves, and it's a dieback. And Saksa, a huge angle, gets the hook straight in onto Yapzor. Yapzor tries to leap away. They'll get him up to the high ground. Matu turns to the rope. Top from chasing, but Saksa, he's in with a pushback as well. The cock, Saksa gets the catch onto matumbaman. Sets up for another kill. A Secret, they've lost Matu, they've lost Zai, they've lost Nisha as well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Nisha does have the buyback, is going to be forced to use it.
Just the 3 of them, though. OG, they've got a big window now where there's no Zai, no Matu. Pull the defensive, Topson's in. Blade immediately out to drown, but the first tier 4's gone. Double arrow hit there from Yapzor. They're trying to span the way, but Yapzor, he's in! Saksa, he's in with a hook shot, and they're catching Yapzor, catches Puppey in! It is absolutely over!
Wow, Saksa, just unbelievable plays from the clock of this game.
From start to finish.
Look at him instantly take the headset on. He's like, yup, that was me. That was me. Those were unbelievable fights, and my god, just the illusion, chaos, just everything coming into play. Even though Secret, they connect all these spells, they couldn't focus fire these heroes when the double wall